I just got about $70,000 worth of mining rigs in. And yeah, that's what they sound like. They're up on this shelf right behind me. 70 grand, really $65,000 is what just two of these costs combined at their current market rate. How does that even make sense? How is earning passive income worth that type of investment? And what kind of path ahead of me do I have to even just try to break even on these things? Because obviously if you're gonna drop 70 grand, you hope to make more than 70 grand on mining rigs. Well, that's what today's video is about. My name is Vosk, you're on the Voskcoin YouTube channel. This is Tail, our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer. Today, well, we're gonna be jumping into a pretty crazy mining video, and just to be blunt, a pretty expensive mining video. Let's kind of run through the numbers here first. This mining rig, one of the miners we have in hand, is the Bitmain Antminer L7. 9.5 gigahash a second is the hash rate with a power consumption of a whole lot at 3,400 watts. It is supposed to be making over $53 a day, or about $43 after you pay a residential electric bill. Just a couple months ago, it was pulling closer to $90 a day. This is more largely impacted by Litecoin and Dogecoin prices decreasing over the last couple months, as opposed to an increased network hash rate. Basically, when it comes to mining, imagine there's a big pie of profits we can all have. The more people or more miners trying to take a bite at that, well, you're getting a smaller slice. This is a Scrypt ASIC miner, an application-specific integrated circuit miner. It's a purpose-built machine. All it does is mine that one specific mining algorithm. So the most notable coins on there would be Litecoin, LTC, and Dogecoin, or just simply Doge. Those coins are most oftentimes, and that is also what I'm doing, merge mined. So this thing mines $43 or really $53 of those coins per day. Because Doge has done so well price-wise, and Litecoin's actually been pretty lackluster, it has flipped Litecoin for Scrypt mining profitability. You actually mine on Scrypt now, like this L7 is profitable thanks to Dogecoin. That is the vast majority of your mining income. However, again, you're still stacking Litecoins up as well, which used to market themselves as the silver to Bitcoin's gold, but nobody really uses Litecoin for anything, and I'm not quite sure the use case. I will say that I enjoy using Litecoin when I use it. Sends pretty quick, block times are shorter. It's a good experience overall, right? I would say Litecoin is a better Bitcoin as far as like the functionality goes. I mean, it's just quicker, right? A faster block time alone is helpful, but it just kind of ends up as being one of those cryptocurrencies of just what exactly are you doing and why are you here? In comparison with, say, Ethereum, an entire world is built on top of it. Maybe even that thing you heard about, the metaverse. So basically, that's the scoop on the Bitmain Antminer L7 to open this video with. 15 grand a year is what this thing is supposed to pull. You get 3 of these, you could replace an average annual salary here in the United States. I know, people think everything's so inflated. Look, the only thing inflating are the prices you pay for everything, not exactly salaries. Next up, we have the iBeLink, no longer iBstink. Yeah, watch that video and learn more about that whole hacked miner thing. What an ordeal. The BM-K1 Plus. This miner will not only deafen you, but although you'll be deaf, you'll be rich. Because this thing pulls $73 a day, or $67 a day after you pay a residential electric bill at a rate of about 12 cents per kilowatt hour. This thing consumes about 2,250 watts, and it hashes the Kadena algorithm at 15 terahash a second, which is a custom version of Blake 2B. This thing pulls about 24 grand a year, or 26.5 grand before the electric bill. Do you understand this? So 26.5 plus almost 20, right? We got almost $50,000 freaking dollars here, just off 2 mining rigs. The iBeLink miners are very hard to order direct from the manufacturer, but if you had ordered the Bitmain Antminer L7 when it was originally unveiled, you could have bought it for 10 grand. However, in that same time period, the profitability went from absolutely insane to just highly profitable. There's a lot of different sources for these. You can keep checking the manufacturers if you'd like to do so, but the ones who made today's video possible would be Big Sky ASICs. So thank you to them for making this possible. they have the Antminer L7 and the BM-K1 Plus in stock right now, and you can save 1% off your order by using the code Voskcoin. They even have a return policy, but understand their prices are higher than the manufacturer because manufacturers don't cut deals. So if they want to make any sort of profit, it has to be higher than what they sell it for, just to kind of retail MSRP from, again, say Bitmain, for example, as an ASIC miner producer. So let's go ahead and log into the L7. The username is root. Okay, save it because why not? Let's go ahead and log into the iBeLink. The password is iBstink. I'm just kidding. It's iBeLink again. Funny joke or not, I don't know, but they got upset I said that once, so we're just gonna run with it. So you can see I have it set up with DXPool. I also have my L7 set up with DXPool and F2Pool as a backup. DXPool, I've been testing this for years now actually. I'm getting, especially over the last year, more mining profits on DXPool as opposed to F2Pool. Furthermore, one of my favorite things about F2Pool, really my favorite thing, were all of the metrics that they always loaded into your dashboard. They aren't even keeping up with a lot of the metrics anymore. And they support Ethereum 2.0, moving to proof of stake and ditching mining. What an ironic stance for a mining pool. Maybe that's because they also own something called Stakefish, so they're in bed with staking as well. A little bit of an aside, but I just wanted to address why I'm using this mining pool. Also, DXPool linked up with Goldshell, who bring a lot of ASIC miners to market. So they're heavily suited for ASIC miners to be connecting to the network and mining these ASIC mined coins oftentimes. Looking at the real-time hash rate here, pulling over 10,000 mega hash a second, or that would be 10 gigahash. Remember, this thing is supposed to mine around 9.5. I actually need to double check because the models on the L7 range between basically 9 to 9.5. But anyway, average hash rate so far after setting this up a couple hours ago would be 9.2 gigahash a second. Remember, we're basically just dropping 2 zeros here. Looking at the performance, we can see pretty straightforward, pretty stable. We can see the operating temps, inlet, outlet. The fans are going at about 5,000 RPMs. There is zero adjustability with this miner other than you can mess around with the fan speed. If you decrease it, it's probably just going to overheat and then override you. And you'll get an alert on your dashboard saying, say, the miner temperature is abnormal. So that's really the basics and overview. There's no fun overclocking like we used to be able to do, with a lot of miners from the factory. Gone are those days until you load aftermarket firmware, which can expose you to huge risk. Let's look at a dashboard that is much uglier. That would be the iBstinkin. So this is based off a CG miner. Most things are based off a CG miner here. But again, we get the basic info and just, stats we need, right? So we have 3 hash boards. Same thing actually here with the L7. We have 3 hash boards with 120 chips on each board. For this, we have 3 hash boards with 60 chips on each board. Keep in mind, these are different chips. These miners are programmed differently. Hash rate on this one doesn't compare to hash rate on that one, etc. They're just, totally different machines. This one's been up for 5.5 hours. It's been chugging away. You can see my stats here, for whatever it's worth. I linked it up to DXPool. So let's go ahead and just pull the metrics, right? So I've got 5 hours there. The Litecoin, you can see it kind of been up, down. Testing a couple of things. This thing pulls crazy juiced. It's almost tripping my PDU. So let's just say we've got, 4 hours. We look at our profits and we've already mined 58 Dogecoin and 0.036 Litecoin. Yeah, it's stacking it up. But again, this is almost like a pre-review. I'm going to gather this data here for a week or two and just bring you the real world mining profitability. Was it worth it? How much are we earning? And what's our path to break even? When we click over and we go to the Kadena pool, we can see again the same performance, 4 or 5 hours, right? We look over at the profits. We have about 2.6 KDA. So 2.6 Kadena, that's like, I don't know, 15 bucks. Let's run the real world numbers here. We'll punch it into KDA. 88th biggest cryptocurrency when ranked by CoinMarketCap. Kadena went on an absolute bender, still up 1,500% over the last year, even though it's down 76 from its all-time high just 4 months ago. A volume picking up significantly here as well. This isn't one of those TA channels that just makes up a bunch of BS. We look at real world numbers here, my friends. That's why I'll say that one more time, and that's the last time I'll say it. So 17 bucks is what we've already mined with this thing. That's really crazy. That's fast profits. So then we go over to Doge. And what did I say? We mined 56 Dogecoin, I believe. 58. So 58 Doge. We have already mined $7 worth of Dogecoin. But don't forget, we're also going to get paid out another coin here. It used to be top 10. That's why I was scrolling my mouse right there. But LTC continues to fall, which I personally am not rooting for that exactly. Like, I'm a miner, right? And this is mineable coin. That's interesting and profitable to me. So that's already $4 worth of Litecoin. So we can see about $11 in profitability over this same period, and compared to this BM-K1 Plus pulling about 17 bucks. If we compare that to what we're supposed to get, we have the 67 bucks a day and also the 40 bucks a day. Rough math, the numbers are kind of checking up, kind of exactly where you would expect them to fall. Today's video is made possible thanks to Uplift, who incubate, launch, and accelerate the business. And guess what? They even launched their own token, the Lift token, which is tradable right now on the Binance Smart Chain. That means it's a BEP20 token. All you got to do is watch our MetaMask BSC video guide to get up to speed and get started trading that coin. Uplift has a DAO focus, a decentralized autonomous organization. Grow together with the DAO, get rewarded for being an active DAO contributor, participate in unique token opportunities, and here's the real cool part: earn tokens while promoting a project. Basically get engaged and earn some tokens along the way. They have a lot of partners already, like Near, Yellow Road, Pools Ventures, A2DAO, AIBC, Ikigai Ventures, Delta Theta, and DuckDAO. Uplift had an audit completed by Zokio's security team, and that came back with a score of 98 and a pass rating, which is pretty cool. I do like the way Zokio, not only they have a fun name, which reminds me of Tokyo, which reminds me of anime, and the latest season of Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer have just been absolutely nuts. I haven't finished Attack on Titan though, so no spoilers down in the comments. But I really like how they make their audits just so easy to read. It's just very clear if this is risky or not. Uplift focuses on IDO, or initial decentralized exchange offerings, and with that, Solana native GameFi project coming to Uplift, DAO Wizardia. Then the fourth IDO was recently revealed, called Reveal, but with a 3. Before that, they onboarded a new partner, Blue Wheel Capital, third IDO NFT for play, and they also have a dashboard on Dune Analytics where you can run through some of their metrics. Learn more about Uplift with the link out in the video description below. A lot of people don't understand, they don't know about, they underestimate. They see a Kadena miner, they're all thrilled and they jump into it, but then they realize how difficult it is to exchange Kadena coins. Kadena is not on very many cryptocurrency exchanges. I mean, look at that, not a lot. Say you're a US citizen, most of those are gone, but it is supported on KuCoin. And guess what? They have finally re-enabled support for Kadena. So I have rearranged my miners for Kadena to deposit right into KuCoin. Not financial advice, I haven't tested this yet, but it should be good to go. But Kadena is a weird coin. There's multiple chains on the KDA blockchain. But I think we're going to be good to go. And if not, well, that's all the more reason why you should subscribe and watch our specific iBeLink BM-K1 Plus review video coming sometime soon, right? And so you can do the same thing on this and deposit your Dogecoin and your Litecoin in here. But it's supported on so many different cryptocurrency exchanges. Dogecoin is Dogecoin. It's a meme coin. That's the beginning, that's the end, and that's what's ironic and beautiful and funny about that one. Then there's Litecoin, which recently rebranded to kind of try to be a little bit fancier, the cryptocurrency for payments. It's interesting. I'd like to see it be more successful, but to be honest, I'm not bullish on Litecoin, and it's not a coin that I mine and hold. But then there's Kadena, a coin that I underestimated and I doubted. But guess what? They're building everything that's interesting in this era. Safer smart contracts, no cost transactions, energy efficient at scale, industrial scalability, and proven security. So Kadena actually has a big pitch in our current era of cryptocurrency. Where it will go though, I don't know. Is it a coin I'm comfortable kind of sitting on? Honestly, there's some other cryptocurrencies I'm personally more bullish on. For example, I would rather mine these coins up and trade them into helium and just sit on those coins and wait for the future mega pump. I believe helium will hit a new all-time high in the future. I can't say that for absolute certainty with these other cryptocurrencies. Obviously, it's not financial advice. I'm not trying to sound shilly or whatever, but at some point, I'd like to just say how I feel on the internet and not always be judged or say I'm shilling or whatever else. I don't need you to pump the helium bags. They're going to pump it with the 5G pivot. So anyway, not even the point of today's video. If you want to get a helium miner, absolutely, and only recommend the Bobcat Miner 300. I'll link it down below. Check out our helium mining videos to learn more about that stuff. But alas, cryptocurrency is an incredible thing, and passive income through mining crypto is incredibly fun and profitable. It is expensive to get into because more people know about mining than ever before, and honestly, there's a lot of money to be made. You just got to run the numbers. Are you bullish on this coin or that coin, right? What's your budget, and what are some miners you can basically wage on, right? I can tell you that on average, year over year, miners make more money, right? And if you mine and hold, eventually you normally have a good time. I've seen a lot of farms capitulate, and they would have been easily millionaires if they had literally just done nothing and held the coins and waited for a pump that would literally just make them millionaires. This is not a get rich overnight kind of thing. You get into this, and that's the thing. The people who love this, the people who have passion, they always do the best. People who want to just, get rich quick, they normally burn out and capitulate and don't make it. Get into crypto and mining if you love the tech. If you just want a quick buck, honestly, you're better suited to just buy coins and make some stupid video on TikTok saying, let's all get rich. Yeah, well, guess what? Let's all get subscribed. Subscribe to the Voskcoin YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the L7 or the BM-K1 Plus and at what price you would buy them at. And if we were to give away a mining rig, which miner you would want us to give away. As always, thanks so much for watching. And we're uploading daily, so I hope you tune in tomorrow as well. Have a good night or a good day or GM, depending where you're at. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money, I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.
When you let me, baby.